Alright, hey guys, we are back. This is Sonato here with another VGC laddering video. We are just on the cusp of getting to Ultra Ball tier here, so hopefully we can get there today. I think like 1 or 2 wins will get us there, so let's see what we got here today. We're still going to be running the double horse team, because that team is very fun. So if you guys saw the last video, we picked up 2 wins with the team, so definitely a really usable team within the meta, especially like being on the brink between hyper offense and defensive is really interesting for the team. So definitely going to be interested to see what we can find today on the ladder and see where it goes. So let's try and get some W's and climb further. Alrighty, so we have, ooh, I really don't know what this team's doing here. Let's see here. Gothitelle Lapras. Interesting choices. Urshifu does pretty decent here. Kind of want to just go like Urshifu, Whimsicott. Whimsicott Heatran is also a solid lead. Whimsicott Heatran actually beats like 4 of the Mons on their side of the field. Let's go Whimsicott, Heatran, Urshifu, and Glastrier. I feel like that's a solid 4 for this matchup. I'm really interested to see who they bring. Like, a start that makes sense to me would be like Rillaboom Alecki, maybe Instant Alecki. You could see Alecki Lapras. You can see them do like fake out Trick Room lead. So it's going to be really interesting. I will say that late game, my Trick Room Mons are slower if they choose to go that route. At least in, like, at least with, like, Glastrier. So I'm really interested to see what they decide to lead here. Instant Rillaboom. Interesting. Okay. Maybe they did try and call an Urshi lead. I really can, just for free, just like Tailwind Max Quake here, huh? Grassy Seed goes into Rillaboom. Okay. I can just like Tailwind Max Quake, right? Into like Instant. And then like Max Flare the Rillaboom following turn? Like, what do they have for Quake? Like, they have nothing that can switch into it safely. A lot of the Pokemon on their team in the back are special attackers, so that could be really solid to get some special defense boosts. And I could even go for like fake tiers here too. The following turn, so I think I'm definitely going to Tailwind here. I think I'm just going to go for it. Max Quake into the Incineroar and see what happens. I wonder who they fake out here too. Tailwind Heat Wave could have been something that they could be reading as well. It really comes down to if they want to fake out Whimsicott or what's the plan here. It also depends on what their sets are too. Yeah, they would drop Rillaboom. Probably Defini. Lapras. Okay, that's fair too. Little did you know, I'm not targeting Lapras. We might even see the parting shot come out from Instant if we don't see fake out, but it really just depends. I feel like the safest bet is maybe they try to like fake out Whim here, and that's just more of an annoyance and wastes a turn of Tailwind setup. But then I think I still am outsped by Instant, so they could go for like, it could be offensive Instant too. Like, I don't really know what set they're running. Fake out onto Whim, yep. No Tailwind, but we get a free Max Quake here, which is super nice, especially with a Lapras in front of us. And that will take out Incineroar. So, off to a really good start here in this game. I wonder if I can just fake tiers Steel Spike the next turn into Lapras. Or if I want Tailwind. I don't know. What could they bring in here? Maybe they bring back... Okay, they bring in Regieleki. Interesting. They're definitely going for screens here. So I think the play is just to Big Tier's the Lapras, kind of ignore it, and just Max Quick the Regieleki. Because, like, if I'm guessing correctly, I can just, like, keep fake tearsing Lapras, and then, like, Lapras eventually just, like, oh, Master Ball? This Lecky Max? It's Lapras Max, okay. So, like, at +1, I don't think I go down to a Hydro Pump. Really depends. And then fake tears pressure on Lapras is always nice. Because then I can just kind of like mitigate its like resonance. Light screen. Okay, so it's definitely going offensive here, so it doesn't have to use max resonance. Max Quake. I outspeed Lapras. Good to know. Without Tailwind. So that means... oh, it's Sash. Okay, so next turn I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam, Quake. VMAX Resonance into Whimsicott. Those do not stack, sir. I'm just gonna... I think you're gonna max guard, though. I'm definitely Dazzling Gleam with Whimsicott for sure, I think. Just to cover the option. And I think... yeah, I'll just Dazzling Gleam Quake. I feel like that's the safest play. Definitely the safest play here. Then I still have Urshi in the back for late game. And Ice Horse for... so I just have to hope... I mean, the Rillaboom definitely could be running, like, Superpower, potentially. Probably has, like, high horsepower, though. Reflect goes up. You know those don't stack, right? Like, it doesn't work that way. Max Geyser into Heat Ran +2. What does this do? Oh, that does nothing. Sick. So Rillaboom comes in here. Let's see. Alright, here's Rillaboom. Huh. And I believe, do Grassy Surge reset? No, it did not reset. So this is really good for us. Right, +3 special defense. I'm just going to Fake Tears the Lapras again. What do yeah, I don't need a set of Tailwind. And then, honestly... actually, let me Fake Tears Rillaboom. This Heat Wave. Get some chip off on Lapras. Heat Wave the Rillaboom. Actually might still kill it in rain. No, almost though. Almost. Body press onto Heatran. Interesting. Nice. Max Geyser into Heatran. They're really trying to take this man out. Alright. Finally takes that Heatran. I believe my opponent's under the impression that they have, like, quad screens up right now. Which, unfortunately, is not the case. They don't stack in effectiveness, unfortunately. They only stack in turn timer. Bring in Ice Horse here. Going to Dazzling Gleam, and I am going to Icicle Crash for Rillaboom. Chip away slowly. That was some good damage from Rillaboom there. Body press on Glacier, Fox Policy. Appreciate you. Alrighty. Freeze Dry on Whim. Goes down. Nope, doesn't even go down. Alright, bet. Icicle Crash connects, and Rillaboom goes down as well. So now it's a 3v1 versus Lapras, and this game is pretty much done. Just gotta close things out here. Grassy Train disappeared. I'm surprised they didn't go for Grassy Glide there, to be honest. Maybe they were banded. World may never know. They just go for Smart Strike. Guarantee that it hits. Battle was cancelled. GG. Good stuff to my opponent there. Definitely interesting interactions there within that set. Alright, so I wonder where that puts us at actually. Let me see if that bumped us up to Ultra Ball or if we still need one more. Come on, show me the money. Hey, Ultra Ball tier is here. 20 BP and a rank up. Going into game number 2. Looking forward to this. Definitely on the track to Master Ball tier right now. Haven't been to Master Ball tier, I think, like 2 seasons, actually. It's just something... I don't think... Yeah, I haven't been to Master Ball tier in a bit. I think I might have been... I don't remember. I know last season I got to Ultra Ball. But now's a good chance. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, if you guys could do me a favor, subscribe and like the video. That'd be very much appreciated. If you don't mind sharing it around as we're... trying to grow and see where we can go with this. So appreciate everybody that is watching now and to those who are watching in the future. So, alright, so going into game number 2 today, we are having Dusclops, Koko, Glastrier, Tapu Fini, Urshifu, and Incineroar. So, slightly similar team to that we played earlier. But there is no Rillaboom and no Lapras, but they still have like the bulky Mons. Not probably going for no Regieleki, so they're probably not going for light screens, but it could be support Koko. They might be going the Trick Room route with Dusclops Glastrier, so that's something to think about as well. They don't have a redirector, so they can't really stop me from like stopping Trick Room from going up. So I'm going to lead Double Horse here, because this is where Double Horse is actually really interesting, is versus opposing like Dusclops Glastrier without redirectors. This core does pretty decent versus that. And then on the flip side of things, I believe we are going to bring Heatran here. And then I want to bring Whimsicott, because I don't feel like playing the mirror between Urshifu. It's never fun. Alright. See what they lead here. If they do lead like Dusclops / Incin, we still get to stop Trick Room from going up. It's just a little bit scarier, but we could switch into Heatran there too for something really interesting. If like the Incin tries to go offensive, but we are going to see the Tapu Koko lead, so it could be support Koko with screens, Volt Switch, and stuff like that. So really interesting to see where this goes. I kind of just want to taunt the Dusclops and just go for Max Quake into Koko, like off the rip. Like maybe even Steel Spike, to be honest, because like this could be interesting. Because like right now they can't really, I can stop Trick Room from going up, and they can't really stop what I want to do at this current point in time. So their team in the back is actually super physical. So I think I just want to taunt the Dusclops here, and go for a max Steel Spike into the Coco. I could go for Quake, guessing the instant switch in. I kind of wanted to do as much damage to Coco as possible, but I also still want a Steel Spike boost. So let's just go for the Steel Spike boost here and be safe. Alright, no switch coming up from my opponent. So we are going to get the Dynamax and get a Fierce Steel Spike. Let's see here. Tap the Coco uses Reflect. Okay, so it is going to be support Coco with screens, filling that role of Regilucky. Give you that, like, fairy coverage with the fighting resistance and then fairy offensive as well. So, getting a defense boost here is nice. And we're going to see that the taunt Trick Room failed on Dusclops. Oh, going for Nightshade. Interesting. Alright, well, knowing that, I'm just going to Shadow Ball this upcoming turn onto the Dusclops and Max Quake the Coco slot to take it out. It does a lot of damage. Critical hit on Glacier, unfortunate. Max Quake will take out Coco though. Nice. Interesting start here. Dusclops probably just goes for Nightshade on to Spectre again, and then I believe our Revenge Kill here on the following turn. Nightshade onto Spectre. Let's see, depending on who they bring in though, like if it's Urshifu, I might just want to burn it. Because they could like try and go for like a Sucker Punch read or something. If it's Incin, then I don't know what's going to go on. Urshifu, okay, so I'm going for... I feel like the correct play here would be Steel Spike into Dusclops and then Will-O-Wisping to Urshifu. Like, as soon as Spectre is put in front of Dusclops without a redirector, especially, like, Indeedee specifically, like, I can kind of just snowball the game from here because Dusclops can't set up Trick Room, and even if it does want to set up Trick Room, it has to eat a, like, it has to deal with Ice Horse, and unless you have something slower than Ice Horse. Okay, so we are going to see the Protect from Urshifu, so definitely going into, okay, so probably calling out the Protect, or the Will-O-Wisp, and Dusclops will go down here, so we do get another chance to Will-O-Wisp, and no, it didn't take it out, unfortunate. So we are going to lose Spectre here, unfortunately, and Urshifu is not Will-O-Wisp, so that's something to note. Unfortunate. Maybe I should have just Shadow Balled the Dusclops, but I was not sure about that. I'm going to bring in Whimsicott here, just shoot off a Dazzling Gleam, double up into the Urshifu. Sounds like a really good plan here. Especially at +2 defense. It has to go for close combat, which is not a guarantee to crit, which is pretty solid in our case here. Just go for the Icicle Crush into Urshifu. Wouldn't be surprised to see the ally switch from Dusclops here, but that's what Dazzling Gleam Sword to guarantee the knockout. And then to single target down the Urshi afterwards. But a +2 defense, I should live a close combat as long as it's not crit. I wonder how much Wicked Blow would do though. I don't think that would kill. Dazzling Gleam does take out the Dusclops here. And it almost one-shots Urshifu. At 4 times effectiveness coming in clutch there. If it wasn't sashed, then that thing would have died. Close combat does go into Glacier. It does not crit, so we do take a knockout on the Urshifu as well. And that will be a 1v3 scenario here towards the end. So it's going to be up to Incineroar to try and 1v3 my team. And I do have Weakness Policy now on deck. So this should be another win in the pocket as well. Let's see what they do here. Was it only 2? No, that's... Wait. Oh, wait, no, they didn't bring Incineroar. Whoops. Alright. Let's see here. So, I'm just going to Tailwind. Just to make sure I go first. And Smart Strike. They have not used their Dynamax yet either, which is concerning. But I'm Tailwinding to confirm that I go first. If, I wonder who Glacier targets here. Probably my Glacier. I probably will be fucking policy here, unfortunately, but then the following turn I can just, if they do take out my Glacier, I can just fake Tears with Whim, and then, like, Earth Power with, or Earth Power Steel, or I can probably just Flash Cannon with, Heatran. Smart Strike does half, which is not bad. It does proc policy, though. Let's see here. And our Glacier does go down. We're going to get defense boost, Chilling Nay boost as well, so this is at +3, but our Heatran will move first this next turn. Flash Cannon should take it out, so I'm not too worried about this position. Lights, no, they set up a Reflect, so we are fine. I just double check though, but I believe it should be a Reflect. Yes, it is a Reflect. Okay, so we are fine. Fake Tears into the Glacier and Splash Cannon, and this should win. And Glacier goes down. GG's. Let's see where that puts us. I'm actually curious to see where that puts us now. I'm happy with that game. I feel like over time I've gotten better with threat assessment, which is still fairly hard to grasp in some situations. But I feel like I'm getting better at it, which is definitely helping these matches for sure. Puts us halfway there. All right, we are making some progress. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one there. Appreciate everybody for watching, and I will see you guys next time.